Hey guys, Buckskin Dave, and I'm back again in the shop with this knife. So, like you said, we saw from the last one, we got it roughed in. This side here is just a hair thicker than this side, and normally that's not too bad, but it's thicker at the top, which means it's got a little bit of an angle to it. So I'm going to clean that up and get it level, and then we'll go from there. I'm not taking very much off. I'll have to find me a file that's not, I don't need an aggressive file. No sense putting big gouges in here I gotta clean up later. So, don't have to go down much. Well, I still got to start on, haven't started on the leather part yet. But I do want to get started on that once this knife is finished. It'll have this is the longest one, so I'll be able to make a measurement. The sheet for it's really going to be simple. When you see it, you'll see what I'm saying. So, I'm just trying to get this down to the right size. And once I get it where I think it's right, see, I need to take a little off there. The rivets are telling me what to do. You can see where it's not been hit, and that's where the wood's high on that side. So, yep, listen to the rivets. Okay, that one's there. This one. If I leave a little bit there, it'll give me something to do with the spot where the wood's a little higher. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we got it. They're about the same thickness now. Anyway, let's see. Now I gotta be careful here now. I start by first knocking off the corners. Make it a 45. Got to be careful because see it's moving around. It'll make you cut a little bit weird. Just till you get it started, it's not a biggie. Again, I don't want it to be perfect because if it's perfect, it looks like a machine made it. These were all handmade back in the day. And I want this to be a handmade deal, so it's not going to be perfect. Once I get, watch that edge. Once I get the 45 all the way around, then I'll start worrying about shaping it. So the weather's not been bad. It's cold at night. We didn't get any snow the last 2 days. But then it's been warming up. And last time I looked at the thermometer, it was 40 degrees. Sun's out, looked pretty good. Sarah went for a ride on her horse. Okay. Starting out with, this is 100 grit. It's coming along pretty nice. Just trying to get out all the little imperfections from the larger files. This blade, or this handle's a little different the whole handle's a little different shape than the other one, so I kind of just follow the metal and I just round it around so it's comfortable in the hand. And then finishing this wood's really like finishing a gun stock, only you don't have to put 15 coats on it. You get away with a couple of coats. Just to keep the, you're going to have blood. You can put as many coats as you want on it. You're going to have blood, water, snow, all kinds of mess on this handle. And you don't want it to get up underneath there. So the good finish is good. I put two coats of stain and 2 coats of varnish on it, or gun oil, or one of those type things. And they usually last pretty good. So anyway, so you can see how we're getting along now. It's getting rounded, the edges are rounded, and it's getting smooth. You got to be careful holding on to this thing. Put on a pair of leather gloves if you can't hold it good and tight. And then sometimes the only way to do the sandpaper type here seems like it's holding a knife. Looks like you put it in here. So I'm down to 220. I usually take it to about 400. And the sandpaper is a little too big, but if I cut it in half, it'll be too small. So I'll go 220, and then I did 100, 220, and then probably 400 next. I'll go right to 400. If I had some, let's see, would it be 320? I'd probably do that too in between there, but this stuff smooths out really good. Once all the bad things are out, I just puff it to where it's got a smooth handle on it. You can see it's coming along pretty good. Okay, I'm going to match this to the other knife, so I'm going to use the same. It's American walnut, and it's a Laurel Mountain Forge stain. It's an alcohol base. I get a lot of good luck with it. The first coat that I put on is for only one thing, and that's to have all the cracks and scratches and shit stand out. And I don't know what it is. It's my eyes or what it is, but I can't. I can't see the scratches as well until I put the stain on and wipe it. Then I'll see them scratches, and then I can go after them again and get them buffed out so there's none there. Or do the scratches have to come out? No, it's not a gun stock, okay? This is a knife, but might as well do the best job we can. I've got good luck with this Laurel Mountain Forge dye. And you can go any color you really want at Alice's restaurant. Anyway, see, now I can see scratches in there that I couldn't see that well. Oh, there's them too. Those ones, these scratches here, there's some right here. I could see them, and I got rid of them, or I thought I got rid of them, but I didn't. They're here. Anyway, the curl is really nice on this wood. Kind of got to turn it so the light hits it. That the curl's quite nice on this handle, kind of just like that other one. So a little more sanding, another coat of stain, and then a couple of 3 coats of. Then I use the same. This is Laurel Mountain also, permanent gun stock. The other thing that I use a lot of is that True Oil stuff that you can buy when you want to refinish your gun and stuff. That stuff works just as good as this. Anyway, well, I got one more knife to make in the shop, but now that I have this together with the other knife, I'm going to go up and get some measurements for mine. So I got this cut out. And I have to, this is going to be it's going to be a challenge to sew up. I got a welt that goes all the way around the bottom. There's two welts in between the knives. And then there's another thing I got to put on. Before I get too far over here, I have to put a button on here for the flap to hook to. It'll be easier to put that button on before I sew it all the way around. And on the back of this, I'm going to get a little strip of leather and put it on this deal. This isn't the right piece of leather. I'm just doing this to show you. This will go on the back. This little ring will go on the back. And then I'm going to make a little belt loop thing that'll stay on your belt, but it has a clasp on this ring, so you can take it on and off your belt when you're using it. That'll have to be sewed on before I go much further. I'm going to go down about halfway here with this, and then I'll tie it off. I'll put those other things on before I finish it. The inside welts, though, I'm going to have to put it together and maybe glue them in there. Glue the welt in, and then poke the holes to sew it in. So this is going to be a challenge, and tedious and time consuming. And one of the things is, I mean, it was below zero this morning, but this afternoon a guy could probably go out in the sun maybe and shoot. So I think when my fingers get tired, I might go do a little shooting. And then I'll come back and work on it a little bit. I'm not going to tax you with watching me do this. The only thing I like to do is, this is going to be a saddle stitch. So it's one of them ones where you poke the holes and then your needles come through on both sides. Boom, 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 boom. And that's a really good stitch, and it looks nice on the front if I do my job right and keep it in all the little holes. I have one of these deals here that marks the leather. Anyway, I'll be busy with this. I got, let's see, this one I need to go back out into the shop. Takes a while. When it's zero out, it takes a while for the shop to warm up. This one here needs the varnish. This one needs to be finished and then stained and varnished. And so the shop's starting to warm up, so I'm going to rest my fingers here and go out and finish these two in the shop. So go up into the woods today. That's where we're sitting. So it's kind of roughed in. We got that welt. I glued that welt in, and that really helped. I've got two more welts I've got to put in between the knives, one here and one here. And I believe I'm going to glue those in when I go to do those. And then I've got my little button here. It's early in the morning and I don't have a lot of light here to work with right now. So the knives are done. I'll get these ones to take a peek. So, yep. So they're ready to go. They all got the same handle. They're waxed up real good with. Got those done yesterday. Anyway, that's where we're at now. Again, I got to finish doing some sewing, and I'm going to work on it just a little bit here this morning, and then I'm going to head up into the woods and look for wolf tracks. So.